Today, we're going to break down Why the Mountains Won't Remember Me by Peter McKinnon is such a great cinematic film. In just 10 chapters, I will be breaking it down as simple and easy to understand how Peter McKinnon's video went viral due to storytelling so that you can utilize this in your own content creation. Let's go.
Okay, here's the setup. I want to do a video.
Okay.
A little more than a vlog, not really like a full documentary, but like a super fun film where I just primarily take photos of cool things with my friends.
So shoot it. Like get out, travel.
Yeah, we got to go somewhere.
I say San Francisco, man.
No, I want to go colder than that.
Utah.
Utah would be great. I'm thinking
Colder than Utah.
I'm thinking.
Wait, did you catch that? In the first 21 seconds of his video, he describes what's going to happen. This is how you get your hook. An introduction to a place no one has ever heard of. And curious why they chose this place to begin with, which feels like you're missing out, right? Exactly. This is called FOMO, creating the edge so that you can continue to watch the video and wanting to know where he's going and why. Let's not skip over the title. The thumbnail and the title is what draws you to watch the film, which this film has actually two meanings in it.
People are always asking me if I'll ever get tired of shooting the mountains. I don't think I have an answer to that. The things that are around you every day are always the easiest to take for granted. I live in the city now, but I've been coming out here since I was a kid. Awesome, beautiful, majestic, sublime, all the big cliche words fall a little bit short.
He introduces us with a question and responds by saying, I don't have an answer to that. This is called conflict. This gives us, the audience, a wonder if he's going to answer the question, which the character, in this case, Peter McKinnon, has to go searching for an answer to be solved. He also takes us back when he was a kid, which is a flashback or nostalgia.
There's a loneliness that always surprises me. Reminds you how small you are, how small your worries and problems are. I think we all need to be reminded that, you know, from time to time.
As the film progresses, he shows his pictures that he took. But if you take a closer look at the pictures, what do you see? What do you feel? Do you see anything between the difference? Let me tell you. The color difference in the two, cold and the warm, establishes an emotion between the two, telling its own story. The first picture on the left, you can see that it's a cold tint. It's a beautiful shot of the mountains, but it doesn't feel safe. Or perhaps warm. It's at a distance. On the second picture on the right, his friend taking the picture with a more warm and cozy feeling. This is to show a deeper emotion. You see, in storytellings, there's a sense that an author wants a viewer to take, and it could be all five, but one is going to stand out, which is why he actually does photography.
You know that feeling when you have a favorite song and you send it to a friend for them to listen to, and then you end up listening to it over and over again, just imagining your friend listening to it as well, hoping they love it as much as you do? That's what this Banff trip was like for me.
We get a question asked if you can relate to something. This is how you get your audience to be more engaged. Favorite song in this case, so that we can get to know more about the character. We'll cover that in chapter 6.
I mean, come on, look at this place. Places like this actually exist. That is real life. I wanted to bring my friends along, show them my country, the places I've always loved. Have them go all out with cameras and gear and see what kind of pictures we could capture with all of the things we brought with us. I mean, look at that.
Remember that favorite song? Well, Peter's in this case is photography. He's inviting you to something he cares about. Just like in a movie or a video game, a character has their own love of something that holds so much meaning and value.
As a lot of you probably know, the last year has been crazy for me professionally. There have been so many highlights, growing my channel beyond anything I ever thought was possible, launching a side brand, gear, meeting and working with some of the biggest heroes and mentors of my life. But the accomplishment I'm probably most proud of might not be the one you'd expect. I know I had a whole video dedicated to it, but having one of my photos on a piece of Canadian currency really felt like a life achievement. Like in some way, all of these other accomplishments were just stepping stones to this one opportunity.
How sick is that?
As a character goes through his journey, they reach a peak of success. And from there, it can go two ways, which either stays being a prized possession or another situation is faced. But in this case, the character's success is something of a physical well-being that they're very proud of. In this case, Peter's coin.
Sick is that, man?
It's hard to have perspective, to be humble, but to be honest with what you've accomplished. The world, and the internet in particular, is so often built on jealousy, on seeing what someone else is or has done and feeling left out or less than. I know it's easy to look at someone like me, see a subscriber count, and think that I've figured it all out, but that really couldn't be further from the truth. Because beneath all of these badass shots on an old fishing boat is just a dude struggling with ideas, trying to make you laugh, trying to keep your attention, trying to make a difference.
Throughout your story, you have to create such a strong hook to finish off with your character. You need to face a problem and go with it and find a solution. This is called character development. Well, Peter McKinnon addresses his problem.
If the little bit of success I've achieved has taught me anything, it's to hold on to the things you love even closer. I wish someone had told me that I already had the only things that mattered: family, friends. The easiest things to take for granted are the people and places you see every day. I don't want that to happen. I think that's why I love these places. All the noise fades away and you end up with a pure, unadulterated beauty. The internet is fueled by narcissism, but the mountains won't remember who I am. There's something in these valleys, there's something in these lakes that reminds me why I'm here and why I'm alive. People are always asking me if I'll ever get tired of shooting in the mountains. I think you already know the answer.
The character introduced himself, has faced many challenges, went on an adventurous journey and an emotional route, finds a solution and has success. That's awakening. This is called resolution.